Alright guys, if y'all are still having problems getting this up and running, I got a way to do it pretty fast. So just check out what I got here. So obviously make sure you have Minecraft installed. Just need that. Latest version, whatever. So come to the files.minecraftforge.net website. Get the MDK that's recommended, not the latest. Get the recommended one, download it. Got it right here on my desktop, so pretty much what you want to do with that, take it and throw it into a folder that you want to dedicate as the like the project file folder. So I dragged it into here. I'm gonna extract it. Boom, got it. Now go ahead and get rid of the zip folder. Now open up Eclipse and go over here and import. Now we're going to do an existing Gradle project under the Gradle folder here. Go to next, next. Now pick the root directory that you dumped it into. So I got CSC project folder, CSC project. I'm gonna go ahead and finish. It's gonna do some stuff. It's gonna take a minute. It might take longer depending on how good your computer is. But just let it do the thing, and here we are. Okay, so yeah, so you want to go down here to your Gradle tasks for your project. So this is my folder. That's got a couple different things. Now go to FG runs, and then we're going to go to general Eclipse runs right here. And then we're just going to run that. All right, now once it's done with that, you should be able to go over here and go to run client, hit that, let that load. And there you go. Minecraft should pop up. It'll go through some stuff down here. All right. Now the game should be up and loaded. Now, generally, you probably won't be logged in like I am. Like I'm already logged into my thing. You probably won't be. So what you're going to need to do is go over here, go to the project, run configurations. Gradle dash. Where was I? It was for run client arguments. There you go. Now under your run client, you're going to want to do this syntax right here to get it to log you in. Dash dash username, and then quotations your username, and then dash dash password, in quotations your password. Now once you get that done, should automatically throw you in there when you load it up like it was for me. I've already done it in the past, so I didn't need to do it. But once you do that, you're pretty free to start modding. Only thing I could tell you is that you could come over here to your folder, go to main Java, and then right here, this is your example mod that they have set up for you. You can actually see it in the game already once you hit run or whatever. So if you want to, you can go here and start messing with this. This is a this pretty much all this stuff right here is general startup stuff, so you probably don't want to even get rid of any of this. If anything, you just want to change or add to down here. So this event bus is what's pretty much taking it's what's taking your classes and stuff that you make yourself and add it to the mod to be used. All right, now I'm gonna kind of show y'all what's going on as far as with this mod. So once you get logged in and you're on the main screen here, you can go to mods and see the example mod in here and all the stuff about it that they have written. So they have some, like, I did some Latin shit down here for the description. License, all rights reserved, blah blah blah, version number, name. Okay, so you can go in and change this. This would probably be the first thing I would change if you're going to start doing anything, at least to get a rough idea of how it works anyways. So every single one of these projects that we have here has a resource folder that has a mods.toml file. Now I would open that up in here. So you can open it up in like Notepad Plus or right here in Eclipse if you want to. So this is like full of a lot of comments right now, so it looks like a lot. So everything with a pound sign right here is all comments. So pretty much what you want to do is like kind of clean this up a little bit. I mean, it gives you a rough idea of what's going on, but a lot of this you don't really need. So so everything that says optional you go ahead and get rid of. But here's what I'll do. I'll show you what I did with mine really quick alongside of this one. So this is my project down here. I also have same thing. Yeah, mods.toml. So yeah, here's mine. So pretty much what I'll do, I'll send y'all this version of the mods.toml file because this is a lot simpler, you know, and handles everything pretty much the same way as this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this and then copy this one right into here. So as you can see, independent variables at the top, we got the license, loader version, which is just some symbols that was already in there before I copied and pasted this. Mod loader, Java, FML. So you're gonna see the FML shit a lot throughout this in the code somewhere. Yeah, FML, common setup, client support. See, so that's just pretty much what supports the mods. And then show as resource pack. This will either display it or not, you know, down here as a thing, you know, if there is a resource pack with it. But so we just keep that as true. Now in here is where everything shows the information, you know, on the screen down here. So everything has to be exactly in order this way and written like this, you know, within the quotations. Otherwise it will not work at all. If you try to click on your mod, the thing will crash. So mod ID has to match whatever you have here. So this is my example mod file. I have CSC 450 and that's what matches here. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this, I'm going to exit out of mine, exit out of mine again, and we're going to go off this one. We're going to call this one just test mod, and then go in here and make sure this corresponds to that test mod. Now it's first version. Display name, we can just make this, you know, showing y'all how to do how. Nah, it's too long. Let's just be like showing the ropes. There you go. And then display URL, just show some sort of website if you have one. Credits, we can keep that. It's just, I just put a North Carolina Wilmington project. Authors, obviously you can put yourself, and then description. You made this whatever you want. You know, I just put a placeholder in here right now. So I'm just gonna put in the words placeholder just because. So down here is pretty much the same thing, the dependencies. These, this is for Minecraft. Make sure that your version number is the same as the one we're using in the game. And everything else should be fine as long as you leave it the way it is. So now that we've done this, it should change what it looks like in here when we rerun the game. But what we're going to do first is do a little test mod real quick. So told you all down here there's in the register bus. This is going to allow us to do the things that we want to do. So let's go swap. Let's take this and repeat it. Now we're going to add another class in here that we're just going to make. Now let's go to our thing here. Oh, this is mine. Let's go to this and new class. Let's just call this listener. Okay, so we made this listener class. Now I'm gonna steal some stuff from my test listener class to show y'all. Oh, this is my test listener here. So what we're gonna do is start off by subscribing some sort of event. So on this one, I used on player login event just so it would display something as soon as we logged in. So what you're gonna do, just go down here, add a subscribe event. Bam. Okay, so this is a public void on player logged in event. So pretty much this will catch whatever person logs in at the time. Now we take this, our listener here, and we just do, you know, new listener. And now that's registered in the event bus. This event is subscribed, and now it'll start actually doing this. Now, what I've done in mine, for some reason I had to use this at the start because I was getting an error when I was trying to run the mod before, a headless error. So this sets that property to false so you don't run into it. Now, next line, living entity. Now, you're going to be using this to pretty much grab the person that logs in and pretty much get all their information on it. So every player in the game has an entity number. You can be grabbing this through this entity object as well. But what I did is I made a string called player name and used it to get the name of the entity that logged in. So player.getName.getString, this turns it into a iText component, and then toString turns the iText component into a string, so you just get the name. So now that I have that, what I did here, I'll show you this. Player.sendMessage. So living entity, you can send them a message directly through their object, and you have to do it through an iText component using this function I've discovered. Now, yeah, there'd be no way to know that unless, you know, you tried it out and looked. but you know, I looked it up and found this function with iText component, and pretty much what you can do with that, as soon as you get this function in there, you can just type a string directly in there the same way you would, you know, as like a system.out.print line kind of thing. So what this does is this player, you can send a message, get the message as the first argument. The second argument is the ID number of the player you want to send it to. So in this case, you're sending it to yourself upon login. So we just do player.getUniqueID, which is the ID number I was talking about a minute ago. So now what this should do is it should, as soon as you log in, should spit out this message saying welcome and whatever your name is. So I'm just going to change this message temporarily. Just make it like, yeah, boy, I done it. Welcome, player name, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to save all this. And so our mods.toml file is updated. All our information in there. Our listener class, subscribed event, added to the event bus here as an object. Now pretty much all we got to do is run the client again. All right, now that we're loaded back up, let's double check to see that everything worked out here. All right, so as you can see, we got showing the ropes here. Everything that we entered in the mod.toml file is updated. Author yourself, you know, license is still the same, version, we added a version number to it. All right, looking good. Now, meaning this should, if we log on to here now just create a new world real quick, it should, as soon as we pop into the world, spit out our message with our name in it. And then you would have created your first Minecraft mod. And there we go. Yeah, boy, I done it. All right.